Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play Civilization 6 series as the Maya. In the last episode, we secured our first golden age of the series. We also built the Ruhr Valley down here. Let's zoom in and get a good look at that. We built the Ruhr Valley down here. We also secured Alfred Nobel instead of Albert Einstein, which is really painful. I wish we would have got Einstein instead, to be perfectly honest. This +4 on research labs is no joke, and I'm not going to be able to get him with anything otherwise. We can get Filippo Brunelleschi, which gives me wonder progress, and we can get Medici, which gives me a bank. I'm gonna get them both, and I'm gonna save Medici for just get this guy out of my capital. And I'm gonna get Medici just to make a company off of one of these industries that I have. We're going through here and we're creating a bunch of lumber mills for the capital. Our capital is now at 110 production, which is insane. Feels really good. Medici, we do not want to put him there. I need to remember never to do that. What are we gonna do with this builder? Go get this. And then you're gonna loop back around and get that. Quit bugging me, barbarian. And I've got niter underneath. Whoo! Glad I built those. Didn't want to ruin my setup there. It's really bad that you don't want to find all of your unique resources because you don't want to ruin. Are you really going to go over here and settle that coal? Are you serious right now, Gandhi? Why would you do something like that? Why do you want to anger me, Gandhi? Well, just to tick you off, let's go ahead and do that. You can get the one coal there if you want it, but that'll be mine. He's probably not going to like that. If he was a human player, he would have settled that by now, but also if he was a human player, he would be really upset. Uh, get rid of this, and what will you give me? 2 a turn for 3. Got it. Goodbye. Who spied on me? That means that my science is jumping way ahead of the other civs, so they're spying on me to get a boost, which is good and bad. It feels good. It makes me feel very accomplished, but also, you know, they're getting boosts off of me, and I need to get a spy down there. Where was it? In Kalakmul down there to protect some stuff. What am I going to build out of this giga capital of mine? I could always build up to my trade cap limit, so we'll do that. Chancery down here is what I want. And you keep exploring a little bit. I want to see what's out there. Let's find what is out there. You're closer to that than that tile, so we'll just swing you up. Kalakmul needs housing. Yeah, that's going to be a problem until I get sewers. I could go farm and take care of a little bit of the housing crisis. The one thing Civ 6 does very well compared to the rest of the series, well, it does a lot of things very well compared to the rest of the series. I used to hate Civilization 6 compared to Civ 5 and Civ 4, but now I can't go back to those other two games without missing some of the upgrades they've made. But the fact that you can see the progression of your empire so well in this game, the yields that you get from building things on your tiles is so satisfying. It's just good, and it creates that gameplay loop that makes you want to just continue playing over and over and over again and never stopping. It does a good job of addicting you with that one more turn system because you can see your efforts pay off very well in this game. Is there anything I really want out of this city? No. So what are we gonna do with you? Maybe just get campus research grants going? That feels kind of bad. But it will boost me up towards Mary Leakey, which is not that great. I'm not really going for artifacts. I could build a couple of archaeological museums. Hmm. Hmm. I think that's what we'll do. We'll go for an archaeological museum there. Our little 5-city empire is not doing too bad. If we had more cities, we'd have more science. But we're not doing terribly with what we have. I want to stick within the flavor of the Maya. I could go out and found a city down here. I don't like you, so I refuse. I could and I should probably go out and found a city down here, but that ruins the flavor of the Civ. And the Civ is small turtle empire that builds lots of science, and that's what we're gonna go for. I could recruit Anansi again, but I might just save my faith to see if I can steal a few people. Is there anybody that I really want? Not really. Still gonna save the faith anyway. I'm still 2 trade routes away. We'll send you up to Uxmal. Because Magnus is there, we can get some stuff going. Get these quarries set up. Get this lumber mill. Mine. What's over here? There's land. Just an island. I love little islands like this. I remember in Civilization Revolution, those would be the best places to settle, and you would just get all the science and gold in the world. What was it? I can't remember. They had the system where you could turn it into science or you could turn it into gold. You couldn't have both. And as Japan, you would just settle those cities constantly. I miss Civ Rev so much. That's the first Civ game I ever beat on Deity. I played it right after Civ 4. And at first I was like, oh, this is so incredibly different from Civ 4. But I ended up really liking it. Civ 4 is still an amazing game. I still play it pretty regularly. If you want to see it on the channel, please leave me a comment down below. But I miss each Civ game has had its own flavor. Civ 4 was much more difficult and challenging. Civ Rev was a much more casual, fun, quick game. Kalikmul. Civ 5 was like, I don't know, Civ 5, I used to think it was the best in the series. But now when I'm trying to think of its own uniqueness, unique flavor, I can't think of one right off, which kind of doesn't speak very well for the game. But when you played Civ 5, it felt like when you did anything in Civ 5, it felt like an experience. It felt grand. It really captured the scope of civilization very well. This feels much more casual than Civ 5 and Civ 4, but at the same time challenging. It's a doable challenge. It's probably easier than Civ 5, and it's definitely easier than Civ 4. But it still has its own challenge. Civ 4, to this day, I still haven't beaten it on Deity. It's way too difficult. And Civ 5, I still struggle to beat on Deity, where I beat Civ 6 on Deity fairly regularly. I know I'm saying that after I lost my game as Canada, but I still can beat this game on Deity fairly regularly. Let me turn this music down just a little bit. Options, audio, music, confirm. Okay. So we're looking pretty good. What just got built? Colosseum's gone. Wasn't going to build it anyway. Colosseum's something I rarely get. It's great when you can get it, especially as Scotland. If you have the Colosseum, ooh, you're just going to murder people. Scotland with their bonuses to amenities. Get off that screen, please. But I really struggle to get it unless I'm playing as the Aztecs or I'm playing as China, and I can get a big early boost fast. I've pretty much improved all the tiles that I can improve. Let's go ahead and move you over, and we'll move you to get that. How much production? 140 production in the capital. Delicious. Go ahead and get our archaeological museum there. Just boost our culture up. That's what I'm trying to do. Until we can get up to chemistry. Once I can get to chemistry, then I'll start popping off really well. Once I get all of my research labs set up. But Ambiorix... Oops, Scotland, speak of the devil. Same name as I, Robert the Bruce. Scotland is a fun civ. Their music is great. They really... I thought they got nerfed after the amenities change. Originally, before the amenities change, amenities were just something you ignored. They didn't help you very much. They didn't hurt you very much either. And whenever they announced the amenities change a while ago, to where... Who did I get? A great writer. Pushkin. Whenever they announced the amenities change where they made the threshold for the negatives from amenities higher to where you got the negatives much faster, I really thought that they had nerfed Scotland into the ground because they also made it harder to get the bonuses from amenities. But I don't know, they do feel, to me, Scotland does feel quite a bit stronger after the change, to be perfectly honest. This is useless for me right now. There's no reason to build it, but I have not much else to build here, so we're just going to keep building research grants until I can find something. We have almost improved every single tile in our empire. We're only missing a couple of tiles. I do have a university in every single city, too. Don't want it. Refuse. But I can make friends with him, and we'll do that. Give me a scientific city-state. 1, 2, 3. And this always goes city center. So just get those votes in. City center, scientific, good. Another bunch of victory points. Nationalism discovered by me. Steam power boosted. Don't care about any of that. Renew your mission. Get that quarry. What are we up to now in the capital? I gotta know. 150 in the capital? That's a lot. That's a lot of production. Wow. What can I get? You can build the entertainment complex now. There's nothing. I need to keep this open. So there's nothing I want. Do I just keep pumping out military to get my military score higher, or do I go into campus research grants? It feels bad to use my Chad capital for campus research grants, so we'll just get another spy. Maybe I can find somebody who has a commercial hub for me to steal from. what am I gonna get from you? Can I build a... I already have a campus. Well, you know what? No. No. Same places. I think we're just gonna go for a holy site, I guess. Who's up here? Egypt. Appoint Amani to Taruga, please. Governors, I don't know, they're not. I need to save up the rest of my governor titles to get Pingala and my vampire castles. Can't do that. I have a district there, game.
Dreams. Where have you gone?
Pushkin. I had to read him in college. Okay. I'll give you that, sure. It's not a huge... I'm getting +3 a turn, so it's not a huge loss. Big Ben. I do have... Big Ben needs to be built near a commercial hub.
Like some magistrate grown grey in office.
Who did I get? Santa Cruz. Don't care. We'll just recruit for the points. Colossus got built. Glad I didn't start it. What do I want? 3 turns. What can I get in 3 turns? Give me another builder. You just go to sleep. I have nothing really for you to do. And then you're going to come up here and finish building up this city. And give me the coal mine, please. Okay, things are looking good. Looking up. We're catching up on science. Ooh, she's pretty far ahead. She's looking pretty far. I gotta get Taruga back. If I can get Taruga back, if there were more scientific city-states in this game instead of just this one, things would feel a lot better. But we've only got the one scientific city-state. It really hurts. I want to go down here and start stealing gold from him. I could steal science because he's so far ahead of me on science, but gold is like a very flexible resource. It's just better to get that. I don't want to wipe out that vampire castle, so we're not going to do that. I guess we are just going to get ourselves another spy. I'm not teching fast enough for my capital to keep up. That's my issue. We're going to put the Big Ben right there. In 2 turns. I need scientific city-states. But somebody ate all the city-states. Ambiorix, I'm sure. Mary Leakey. Okay, there is our holy site. What did I want to do with you? Just go down there and we'll go ahead and we'll buy that tile. And we'll get a vampire castle. Do you have any build charges? Not you. You're useless. You don't have any build charges. You're also useless. So let's rename you to also useless. I don't have enough niter. I keep selling my niter off before I can upgrade those guys. Ooh, camera. Just keep exploring. Is there anything important that I want to come from you? No, not really. I've pretty much set myself up as well as I can. Maybe an encampment to get science later. So we'll just pop it there. You can get science from a military academy. We just need one turn while we're waiting. And then you just build our holy site up. This city needs some housing because it's coming up on its cap. Everybody else is capped up at their housing cap, so that's an issue. So my capital's on this housing cap, or it would be much larger. That has negative amenities. That's the issue I have there. Okay, now we finally can use Medici. Anything of interest? No. Medici, come over here and build. I mean, that's not useful, but sure. And get a bank. Oh, no, not a bank. What am I doing? The whole time I've been saying build Big Ben. What do I need? I do need a bank. Okay. So, purchasing a bank feels gross. I could probably wait to 7 turns. You don't want to buy a bank. It just feels nasty. Okay, next turn I'll be able to upgrade either Pingala or I'll be able to upgrade the vampires. If I upgrade the vampires, I'm getting even more growth in my capital, but that growth is not being used currently because I'm well over my housing cap. So that's the issue, and I also have just a bajillion production coming out of it. Go over here, build me a farm. That'll give me some more housing for you. Go to Sterling. I don't have any alliances, so I can spy on anybody I want. I don't want to do any of those. That just gives me more of that. What is not useful? You've got a lot of food, so I can't just get rid of you. I'll get rid of that. I do need to start pumping out some military engineers. So that's probably what the capital is going to be doing for a little bit. Now that I have enough population, we'll set you down there. Delete that pin. That'll help deal with some of my amenity issues once it gets built in 7 turns. I'm now suzerain over Taruga, which is what I wanted. And then we're probably just going to have you do something like this for a little while, and I'll just forget about this city because it's done. The city's done everything you can do for me. It's done. It's no longer useful. When is the next governor title I get? It can't be very far away. Colonialism, scorched earth, urbanization. So it is actually pretty far away. I get it at mass media, but I'll be able to upgrade Pingala at that point. So I think right now we're just going to use our next thing on the vampires. Yeah. we'll take it. And then we'll take this vampire and we'll move him down here. And what do we want? Don't want that anymore. Establish governors with 2 promotions, provide 1 amenity and 2 housing. This is probably worth more. But that housing is nice. If a campus has 50% population, so that's +2, +4 in my capital. So we're just gonna take that. It's not good for everybody, but it is good for my capital. So Wabkobnal is making 63 of my 167 science, which is strong. That's a lot of science. And with that, I think we are going to call this an episode. Let me check my timer. Yes, we're looking at about 30 minutes for this episode. As always, thank you for watching my content. I am working every day to get it better. Any comments, any feedback you have for me, please leave it in the comments down below. If you like this episode, give me a like. If you really like this episode, think about subscribing and following me. Only about 40 to 50% of my YouTube viewers are subscribers. And even though I'm not getting a ton of views right now, more subscribers means more impressions on YouTube, which always helps me out. Thanks for enjoying my content. I will see you, as always, in the next episode. Goodbye.